Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be,
And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the arena with a big... Here's a look at some of the stats for Jimmy Butler.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Clark is out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Oladipo in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Rudy Gay is out there with Simmons. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Pittsburgh.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Now, here's Kennard. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder, that one good for 2.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Pass to Gay. The Jazz working the ball around now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Horford, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Here's Gay with the second effort. Count that bucket. Horford's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And how about the court awareness from Horford? Quickly grabs the board and doesn't let the possession go to waste.
Here's Oladipo. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Horford. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass.
We talk about Schroeder's toughness. Just shrugs off the hit and keeps on going.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about the dual threat that Victor Oladipo poses for their team. Coach says you have to tip your hat to the work Oladipo has put in to improve his game. He impacts the ball on both sides of the floor. Guys, they know that now that Victor is back, he's again a big game changer. Back to you.
Thanks, David. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Pass to Butler. This one for 3. They get it back. Here's Clark. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And the free throw, no good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Now here's Simmons. He had a 36-point outing in the last game again.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Here's Oladipo after the made shot. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Now here's Schroeder. He had an 18-point outing in the last game again. And Simmons kicks to Gay. 5 on the clock. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Oladipo. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall...
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness.
Hey, you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Jazz, Simmons is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Horford. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Schroeder in at the 2. Here's Schroeder after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gay trying to break free. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Simmons. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Outside Butler. Oladipo shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Oladipo misses. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Butler finds Wood. Oladipo goes in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Horford.
And simply look at how Oladipo is built. Dude has a huge upper body. It is hard to check that.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's coming off an unbelievably high scoring game. 1:05 left in the first half. Tipped away and stolen by Butler. Here's Oladipo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Oladipo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Chicago. Schroeder outside. Passes it to Gay. Outside, Simmons. Inside, Schroeder. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And with Schroeder's ability to shoot and drive, he commands the attention of the entire defense.
Here's Butler. Softly drops in the floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gay. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Puts it up from 15.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of making a difference on that end.
The feed to Clark. The shot will not fall.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And that does it for the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 9-point lead. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Kennard. Brandon Clark is out there with Wood. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Oladipo in at point guard. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. The teardrop falls in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 11. To the paint. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Gay. From past the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Butler dishes to Clark. Bulls moving the ball around. Kennard, the pass to Clark. He gets it in there. 6 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center, able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with a statement finish.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the bucket by the Jazz. Pass to Oladipo. Poked loose. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Gay. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Still a big-time athlete. Even with all that mileage on him, Rudy is quick. The defense late to rotate.
And so Gay nails both of them. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Oladipo after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots the 3, and with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And the touch Oladipo puts on his shots, so silky. He just glides it in from there.
Now here's Gay. He has 7, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Oladipo taking his time here. He kicks it to Clark. Outside Butler. Kennard, the pass to Clark. Clock at 6. Oladipo outside. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. That one a little long.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's Gay with the drive. That one goes in. Gay's got 9.
The arms of Gay go on forever, which is what makes him a big-time threat to score inside.
Oladipo outside. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Utah Jazz up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Rudy Gay, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Horford in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
The pass to Oladipo. The dish to Butler. Jacks up a 3. Oladipo misses. Jazz leading by 12. Schroeder with the ball. And he gets it to go.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Oladipo outside to the middle. Here's Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
The burst of athleticism of Butler is fun to watch. He is a tenacious dunker.
Horford kicks it over to Schroeder. Simmons trying to get open. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Clark. And he makes that one.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Horford. He dishes it to Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Clark. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positives from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time as far as social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Oladipo. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Schroeder against Kennard. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Tremendous work inside by Dennis, using every inch of his frame to finish.
Oladipo dishes to Clark. Gilgeous-Alexander against Oladipo. Utah with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Simmons passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder dishes to Horford. Yep, that one goes in there. Horford's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Here's Oladipo. 1:07 left in the game. Off the left rim and out. And And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Jazz.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Dennis Schroeder.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
So Utah ends up going with the new group.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Count it, good.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Outside Thomas. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly show